Hello and welcome back for part 2 of our XCOM Long War Rebalanced. I had to re-record this as it's a real shame because it was quite a gripping episode. I made a bit of a mess, as is my wont, of one mission, and had to dig myself out of the hole, which I thought I did one or two things quite nicely. So it's a real shame you're not going to get to see it because the sound didn't record. So as it was on Iron Man and I couldn't go back, I had to redo the first mission because it's always the same pretty much with the same soldiers and all that kind of thing. So I've redone more or less exactly what we'd done before, except I forgot to do the jets, so I'll do that now. We actually benefit a little bit from it because we got the Shiv damaged and the one of the soldiers was injured, weren't they? And I didn't get any of that this time around, but I hasten to add that's not why I've done it. I lost a damn good recording, so I'm sad for that. In order to prevent having to go, I'm glad it happened now, because with us being on Iron Man, if I'd had it happen, further in, I wouldn't have had the option to go back. So I've taken it off the Iron Man. I will still do it like that, what happens is final. But if we get this in the future where the sound doesn't record, I have the option to go back to the start of that episode and or a similar point where it's saved, and do the thing again. Right, so we're now at the same point we were. We're producing sensors and trackers and things. We did the facilities. The jets are sorted. Soldiers, it occurs to me we've only got 15 and 2 of those are mechanical shivs. So that's quite a scarce resource really. And although they do cost quite a lot to recruit, I'm thinking we better go out of the gate and get some more. So I'm thinking maybe if we get 5 in, that might be a good investment. So let's go ahead and do that. On the subject of soldiers, I've put the 3 of you in who've requested to be in already. So we've got Acelia, our sniper. We have Doc, the Doc, our shooty medic. So your signature perk at the moment is Sentinel Overwatch, which makes your Overwatch extremely deadly. You fire 2 shots when on Overwatch, assuming you've got enough ammo and targets to do so. And those shots are very nasty as well because they can crit, which Overwatch normally can't. Also worth bearing in mind, when on Overwatch you do have extra defense as well, so things are less likely to shoot at you anyway. So your role in the proceedings is going to be to get up, ideally in good cover in front of the enemy where you can see them, and stop them from doing nasty things to us. We've got the bear, the scout. She wanted to be a shooty scout, so she's gone with bullseye, which if she hasn't moved she gets a substantial bonus to both aim and crit. If the target happens to be on Overwatch, she gets the same bonus again. So she's our Overwatch remover, especially when she gets the next level, shooting doesn't trigger reaction fire. So the bear scout build is going to be our anti-Overwatch mechanic, or at least one of them, I hope. I think that's about all I had to say on the soldiers. I wish you all luck, the named ones. If the worst comes to the worst and I do happen to do something horrible that costs you your soldier, we will recreate it with another one on the roster wherever possible. I wasn't able to do anything with the flags, I'm afraid, but I can change the language. I hope I've done that already. No, that's still in Russian. I think you are American, Doc. I think. I'll leave that. If you want me to change it, just say. Yours, Acelia, was French by default. I can't change the flag, but I can change the language for the moment. I will set that. I've set it to English already. If you want me to set it to something else, just say. There are a number of options. And the bear, I think we'll leave. There's no Portuguese, which they speak in Brazilian. It's defaulted to Spanish, which is the closest we can get. So we'll leave that. Right, I think it's time to cycle on. I'm just going to check the time here. Try not to run too much over the hour mark, if possible. So then, if it hasn't recorded any sound, I haven't lost too much, and you guys don't lose the will to live before the end of the video. 17 milled for 70. What is that? My maths is dodgy. It's only about 3, a bit more than 3 for. Go on then. We get the increased country defence as well. There are some benefits to having more country defence on the global map. These shields, once they start to fill up, if for example a UFO comes doing a mission over one of these countries and we intercept it with our jets, the more defence the country has, the more likely they are to send one of their own jets to help us in that endeavour. So it is worthwhile building up that defence. So we'll sacrifice some of our meld to get that.
You're telling me that we should risk the lives of our troops so we can take one of these things alive?
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the alien's physiology is quite similar to our own. A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we do not understand? If we can capture one of these creatures alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility outweighs all risks, in my opinion. I can construct a safe enough facility to house our captive, but I do not know how we could possibly communicate with it.
Not to worry. I will see to that.
All right. I'll speak to the commander.
Okay, so first research complete. And we must construct the alien containment and the stunning device. I think this targeter thing, I think we have enough options as is. I'd be more inclined to put a defensive item like, let's say, a med kit on a soldier than something like this. But let's see how we go. So let's do the sectoid autopsy, because without that we can't actually capture.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results.
Yeah, okay. I'm a bit squeamish. I don't like them digging into the thing, and because they go on a bit, don't they? She keeps waffling on, and there's green goo going all over the place. Not for me. Okay, so what do we research? Oh, we've got the autopsy going on, haven't we? We need to be doing. Gonna put the. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put. I think we're gonna put the containment facility up there, out of the way, and here perhaps our repair bay and foundry for the workshop side of things. Excuse me. We need to be building one of those stun rifles, don't we? Let's get that on the go. So as mentioned, for any project we can build quickly. It costs us more credits and some meld as well. Is it worth building it quickly, bearing in mind we haven't got the facility up and running yet? Go on, it's not much to build quickly, is it? And the sooner we get this going, the sooner we can start capturing stuff. We only have 2 building slots at the moment to be able to construct stuff, so it's gone into a queue as that one. Okay, I don't think we'll build a targeter at this moment. Proxy sensors are ready. Their main goal is to detect and uncloak those awful seeker things that can cause so much trouble, especially if they're wandering around the map while you're engaged with other things, and then suddenly your sniper at the back gets strangled out of sight of anybody else. Yeah, you need to have ways. I almost wish this was being done live, so one of you could remind me, because I'm forever forgetting to put one of these things on. And when you've got seekers without these, the only way then to stop them from cloaking is to holo target them. So sources of holo targeting are always nice, aside from the fact that they give you better chances to hit the opponents. Sectoid autopsy complete. Okay, now it's saying that's the priority. Is that the priority? Genetics lab, maybe not the priority. What about weapons? Do we want quick beam lasers and scopes? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's get that done.
This technology has a number of potential applications. I'm sure the science team is eager to begin. I'll notify you as soon as we have something significant to report.
I think the jets are all ready to go, aren't they? Yeah. Buildings going nicely. Crikey, they really are taking our meld, aren't they? Although in this case, a new recruit, we know that new recruits are worth, what is it, 180 or something? As we saw just now when I was buying them. I think actually even more. The more you get, the more you have to pay for them. Might be closer to 200, so definitely going to do that.
Access lift operational.
Super. Let's yeah, let's do what I suggested. We'll go with the foundry for all our projects and things. It's quick enough anyway to build. I don't think we need to speed that up, do we? How much is it to speed up? No, I can't afford 10 meld. We've only got 17 left. And the repair bay. That's just for damaged equipment during the missions. If soldiers get shot or worse still killed, stuff tends to get damaged and needs repairing. These act as workshops for the purposes of adjacency. I touched on this in the first episode. If you build things, you'll know if you're familiar with the series, but building things close to each other of the same type, like workshop, gets adjacency bonus. So we will get speeded up manufacturing stuff from having these two next to each other. And I plan to put actually we could excavate that, couldn't we? And an access lift there. I plan to put a workshop here as well, so we'll have adjacency there as well. Okay, so once that's open, we'll throw the alien containment up there, and then we've got to start looking towards some kind of power solution down here, because our power is rapidly approaching the capacity.
Contact detected.
Okay, so that is most likely to be a scout at this stage. So, as mentioned, we're going to we can only send 2 up initially. As pilots start gaining rank, we are able to send larger sorties of jets, but at the moment we're limited to 2 at once. If you look here, we've got 3 different options, and it's telling us the impact it makes. Being at the back, we will take a lot less damage from the enemy UFO, but our aim is crummy. Now, given that we're using a one-shot and out strategy, we're going with lead, so we've a 50-50 chance to hit with each of these, and I think at this early stage, 1 hit would probably kill. As you can see, the enemy damage to us is extreme compared to the rear setting, but all I'm going to do is be in there for that couple of seconds it takes us to launch the 2 missiles and then abort whatever happens. I'm not going to wait for them to reload and fire again, because they take forever to reload these things. If we get unlucky and we don't kill the thing, I will send another 2 planes up and see if we can finish the job.
We have eyes on the bandit.
Okay, super job. I don't think we got touched either by the opponent, so that's another big
Central,
advantage
this is Voodoo 37.
of
We
the
have a
Stingray
confirmed kill
early
on
game.
001. I repeat, the UFO is down. How copy, over?
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
Okay, volunteers would be appreciated. So, we've got drones, sectoids, and outsiders, obviously. Now, we can't capture the sectoids yet because we've nowhere to house them, have we? Where are we at with the containment and everything? Oh, we haven't even got the stun rifle. Hang on, can we cycle this on a bit? Right, we're gonna go and we're gonna try and capture an outsider, or if we're really lucky, 2 of the buggers. So for that purpose, we are definitely going to need an assault, because they're the only ones who can go within the circle, the close combat circle the outsider has, and not risk being mauled by its reactive fire. You look a decent candidate. Super speedy. And low aim. We'll take you for that job. Okay. So let's give you some survival trappings here. Medkit and ceramic plate. Right, basic survival ingredients then. Shiv, engineer to help the Shiv. So I'm going with a shooty engineer build. Double tap for every other turn he gets 2 shots if he wants them. And then hollow targeting, very useful to the team. And then critical system targeting, sort of an anti-mech thing. So that's the direction with the engineer. Also, in this version of the mod, the acid clouds that the thin men often shoot and causing corrosion, or chrysalids, can also give that. The engineer can actually remove that by completing an action next to an affected unit. So that's a very interesting new spin-off the engineer has, like another benefit of having one in your team. So as this one is a shooty one, we're going to give him extra mags and medkit. We have the option of the battle rifle, but the battle rifle clearly does more damage, extra damage and pen, but 1 less ammo and 10 less aim. So the extra damage is all well and good, but you've got to hit. So for the moment at least I'm sticking with the assault rifle. I'm sticking with the tack armor. We have a choice between tack armor, which is bulky, meaning a lot less movement speed. This would be half the weight, 2 against 4, but less hit points given. And given my penchant for making horrible mistakes and causing injuries, I think I probably would do well to stick with this. Right, so assault, engineer, Shiv. We've got the bearing as the scout. Do we want... I think I'll stick with the assault rifle for now. I will be going with the strike rifle in future, but that has penalties for use at close range. And while we don't have a marksman scope to give it squad sight, I'll stick with the assault rifle for now for her. She will want a battle scanner and a med kit. We definitely would like a sniper as well, so Celia, it's you. Extra mags. I wouldn't normally put a medkit on the sniper, but I'm going to put it there in the absence of anything really too much better. And you could use it on somebody else. I hate to think of anybody actually shooting at our sniper. That would mean I'd made a real horrible mistake. Yeah, that's okay, I think. So who else can we bring? 8 people max for these UFO missions and 6 max for the abduction ones, and I think the terror ones too. Hang on, I've brought the assault with a view to doing captures, and I didn't give him the stun rifle. That's another of my favourite mistakes. Should we give him the auto pistol? It's like a heavier version of the pistol. It's going to weigh him down a bit though. You look at the movement. The stun rifle is extremely heavy. Should I risk it and give him the tack vest? Because he's going to need some movement to be able to get to where he needs to be, isn't he? And just a standard pistol. Yeah, his movement's a lot better now, but it's a risk. I don't like it, but I think we're going to have to live with it. We're just going to have to bear in mind we absolutely don't want him to be hit, so it's going to be a lot of ducking down and that kind of thing. What's the betting the poor sod comes away with an injury or worse? Right, the doc, our Overwatch. Yeah, you can definitely be in the stronger armour. I think for the same reasons as before, I'm going to stick with assault rifle. Assault rifle, 4 damage, no pen, but 1 more ammo and better aim than the battle rifle. I think medikit on you is overkill because you get 3 auto granted anyway, so I think we're going to give you a... let's give you the laser sight for plus 10 crit chance. So your job is literally going to be to sit there in the view of the opponents, hopefully in good cover, and hammer away when it's their turn. Stop them doing anything they shouldn't be. Gonna... I tend to always go for the heavier gunner weapon. It's a nightmare to hit with minus 30 aim, so you're never going to be hitting really with standard shots, especially as I've chosen one with poor aim anyway. The role of this trooper on the team is going to be to area suppress opponents. If we're lucky, this danger zone suppression that comes with the heavier weapon is going to be able to affect more than one enemy unit, as if they cluster closely together, which is what I am hoping for. Liberal smattering of medikits on the troops. Who shall we send as the last one? What about a rocketeer? Does that sound like a plan? Why not? Who wants to volunteer? You. Okay. So maybe give you a carbine, as you'll be having lots of heavy stuff anyway. I think for the rocketeers this time around, as our scouts look like they're going to be shooty types, so no support grenades, I think we'll go with the support rocketeers. So we're going to go concussion grenade and smoke grenade. And I think that'll do it for this one.
Strike one. Prepare for landing. Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next. It looks like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians in the area, I hope they stay clear.
Hoping for a big open map where our sniper can take full advantage.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike
Okay.
one is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big
So
Sky.
first thing I always try and do is just move the scout
Strike one is
just a
authorized
little
to
bit,
assault the alien craft.
get an idea of where the nearest threat is coming from, hopefully without triggering it and making a mess of everything before we've even started. Where's the bear? Okay. Oh, it's telling me detected, but normally it tells me how far away. If you move the scout half a move in this mod, it gives you feedback on the nearest opponents, and once you've done the autopsies, what they are. In the vicinity, that means close, fairly close by. The only closer one to that is just outside visual, so let's try not to push too far ahead of that position there. Get ourselves nicely settled in. Keep the shiv at the front. Find a nice place for Celia to be. Apologies if you don't like me putting your first name second. It's just so that I'll see that name on the screen and relate to it. Where would you like to go? We've got these trees here which are a bit annoying, so maybe here.
I'm on it, Commander.
Nice clear view.
Possession confirmed.
Always looking for a firing angle for the rocketeer as well.
Got
you need to come back with some nice... so we're not looking for any captures until we get to the UFO to the outsiders, because we can't, in this mod at least, capture anything until it's been autopsied. I should probably add to that, I haven't even put the containment facility up, have I? So even if we did capture something, it would be useless to us at this point. But the outsider things, the outsider crystals we can have without the containment thing, I think. So that's definitely worth a go.
Moving.
And one of them, I think, as many of you will know, is integral to the plot line anyway. It's always my first goal on any of these missions, to try and get the team nicely settled without triggering something and it all going to pot. That's one of the nicest changes in this particular mod. Not only do we not have to wander all over the map blindly looking for the opponents, because the scout feedback tells us where they are, but it also tells us how close they are. So blundering into things is a little bit less likely to happen. I'm expecting to trigger something here.
That alien is unusually human in its appearance. They could be using it as an infiltration unit of some kind. I'd recommend
Crikey.
capturing it for
Quite a
further
lot
analysis.
there, aren't there? What have we got? A drone and 5 thin men. Now, as I've mentioned, the thin men and that corrosion, it's no joke, that stuff. No joke at all. So we've got a possible flank down there. We do have an Overwatch, which I don't particularly want to eat because that thing's on full health. Does our Rocketeer have a shot here? You could maybe soften up those two at the front, that would be good. Why is it shot blocked? There. Let's have a go at that.
Wouldn't even know what happened.
If you can destroy that tree trunk in front of them, you get bonus points. I don't think we did destroy that, did we? But we did hit them pretty hard. Overwatch, did the Overwatch break? Yeah, concussive blast, so the Overwatch broke there, which is great. Now, second plan of action, let's get the battle scanner out from the bear, which I couldn't have done with the Overwatch in front of me because that would have triggered the Overwatch. Now this should make Alicia's job at the back a bit easier. Assuming she can see some of the action up there, and she can. Celia even, I keep wanting to call you Alicia. Right. Oh, we don't have opportunity on these. In this, I think I mentioned, did I in the... No, it might have been in the recording I lost. We can't shoot at stuff in squad sight range on this mod unless there is something, one of our units, in this case the bear, who sees them and who has finished their turn. So, what am I going to do with the bear? She has an 83 on that. I think we're going to take that. She's in full cover because the scout has half cover count as full in this mod. She has a shot to kill that. Beautiful, Annie. Get in there. So now our sniper can see all these targets, but they're not good shots though, are they? I think the best option here is probably to steady the weapon and make for a really good shot next time. Or we try and take that one, because that would be a kill if we hit. 57. Toss of a coin. Go on then. Not to worry. Blame that one on me. I made you take a low percentage shot. Okay, let's get the shiv up somewhere where it's going to be seen. Ideally we go for a flank, like there. think they can all see us as well, which is great. And with a bit of luck we could get rid of this one. Beautiful. Can we possibly flank that other one on the side there with you? That would be really nice if we could manage it. I don't think we can reach that far, can we? No. And that's half cover as well, although we do have a shiv up there for them to shoot at. We might, if we get really lucky. I don't particularly want to cluster the team up here. If I go there, they would certainly try and corrode these two with their acid cloud. I'd rather they just corrode one person if that's what they're going to do. Double tap could be worth it here. The double tap, remember, the second part of the action gets a big bonus, 25 bonus if it's taken at the same target. So if we get lucky enough to hit with the first one, yeah, we might well be able to make the kill with the second. See, 69% now. Beautiful. Right, can we suppress any of the remaining targets? And we're going to have to do something a bit silly, I think, to be able to see them, aren't we? Oh no, no. Does that class as cover that might suddenly disappear? I think maybe it does. I have a terrible habit of hiding behind such cover and then ending up in no cover. We're going to go for the suppression on that one anyway. And you, it's pointless trying to capture one of those things. So, you might as well make yourself useful. And maybe threaten them down the flanks. Something like... Oh, I want you to be safe as well, though. That's not particularly safe, is it? Although it only has one action after being suppressed. I don't know about that. I'm gonna go there instead, full cover. Especially bearing in mind he only has the weaker armour. We have managed to flank that one though. Now, Doc, can we put you in? Oh, we can't. I would have liked you there where you could have... At the moment you can't see what you need to see, can you? Right, okay. So, we're going to put you there where they can't see you. And next turn you can do what you need to do. Except the bugger's moved, hasn't he? Charming.
Got a lot of heat on me.
Right, now I'm happy I put him in full cover.
I'm all right.
Right then. Do we want to do anything with this one? Could actually just shoot with him from here. That's not a terrible idea, although he does have... I think he could have a go at making the pistol kill here, because he has close, I think it's called close encounters as an assault. So if he shoots within that circle of the opponent, he'll get another action, which should be enough if we can get a crit. I was saying, should be enough. Now do we risk it? 60% to crit, and if we crit we kill. If we don't crit, the chances are we're not going to kill, so maybe that's being a little bit too ambitious. Let's retreat you back to there.
Headed there now.
Right, can the shiv go and... no, not particularly, can it? And Doc, can you do anything about the other guy up there? No, it's too far away. You can overwatch against it.
Yes,
You can at least hopefully stop it moving or throwing spit on someone. Both things are seen by the Shiv. I could, what could I do? The Shiv can actually ram people. Like there, look, 9 damage, let's go for it. Beautiful. If you have 4 or more tiles going straight towards a target, you can get this ram going. And the further you've been running with the move, the more the ram damage. So that's quite a nice little feature they've added for this one. So, last one standing. What can you do for us? Not too much. We're not helping you, are we, to get the best shots you could. That thing over there is in full cover. I don't want it moving now. The doc was overwatching against one that's now dead. That's an example of bad sequence of the turns. I should have left the doc until I realised what I was going to do with some of the others. We could try and burst here. Now there's something a bit quirky with this burst. The burst is supposed to, as the tab says, give 50 aim to the shot. Now the shot, as we can see by default, has 8% to hit, so I'm looking for 58 here, and I'm not seeing it, so at the moment I'm not taking it. Let's just try coming back to that, see if it... No, it's not changing it, is it? There's something a bit weird there, but 37's no good anyway, so I'll overwatch anyhow, because he's not to know if we have the aim of a dying swan. Okay, what do we do with you? We could zoom you in there. Close everybody in general. Put a couple of overwatchers for those who can see it. Don't think you're going to be able to see it, are you? Celia, you can steady your weapon so that next time we're pretty much guaranteed to have the kill. What does the bear want to do? Yep, go and flank it there. The only thing that worries me about going down here, there could be something down there. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to trigger an additional group right now. That would be quite a disaster. I would like the bear to overwatch against that thing though, if we can. Although just not there, because that's too close to the there. Too close to the other one. If it does corrode somebody, I want it to be only one person ideally, or one mechanical entity if it's the Shiv. Now if the bear hits with this, we get away with it. Ah, we only got one shot, okay. I thought the gunner was on overwatch back here as well, but I think it's just as well the shot wasn't taken there, because that would have been lousy aim. Oh, actually I think I know why it wasn't taken. There's a minimum. I think if you have less than minimum 30, there's no shot, is there? Yeah, that's it. That's probably why that happened. So it allows us to demonstrate the how to get rid of the corrosion. Let's just, I'll use the assault to get rid of him. So if I bring the Shiv round here, reload it, and if we take the engineer up next to it, I see corrosion cleared, happy days, and we can also repair it with our okay, what that man said. So we've got a Celia back here with a steadied weapon, so that should... Oh no, we can't take the shot because we don't have somebody finishing a turn who can see this thing. So let's use the assault instead. finish that thing off if we can. Thank you. Why didn't you do that earlier?
Back in.
So as mentioned, he gets an extra go when he does a shot at close range. But you've got to be careful because the movement on that extra go is very, as you saw the first time when he just had about enough to get back round this rock. Very limited. I think it's called close encounters. So we don't know where the next group is. Can the bear tell us that? In the distance over there, so I was right. Maybe if she'd have gone round there to make that flank, she might have triggered another group.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
One of the different mechanics on this mod is that the first group, if it sees another group that hasn't been revealed, can trigger that, so you can get a sort of a domino effect where if you're unlucky, maybe 3 groups on a map can trigger together. But the game does have some sort of fail-safes to prevent things from going totally out of hand. Like the more groups you uncover, the progressively more debuffs those get on activation, so they'll maybe spawn without a scamper into cover, or without ammo, or miss the next turn completely, that kind of thing, just so you're not completely overwhelmed by what might have been an unlucky activation or chain activation.
I'm on the move.
Right then, Bear. I'm moving her in half move so she can tell us how far away we are from the targets. She's not given us a distance, but we know they are somewhere in there. Okay. Just outside visual, right. So, if they are in that area, can we put a Celia into a position where she could have a bearing on what happens over there?
Time to motor.
Right. You have a couple of helpful grenades. If you go down there, I don't think you'll be setting anything off, will you?
Rolling in.
I can see that meld over there. If we can make reasonably short work of this encounter, we might just be able to get there.
Heading to that location.
As always, there's a fine balance, isn't there, between aggression and recklessness. Oh, drones. Don't you just love drones? However, on the plus side here, a lot of them are damaged. Right, Doc, you see 2, that's perfect. You can overwatch against those 2. We'll get the Shiv up there front and centre so it can be seen by them. Now, can we actually see these to take a shot? No. I want them to shoot the Shiv and not the soldiers, wherever possible. Yeah, that was pretty good. Would suppression work on drones? I don't know, but you're never going to be able to hit anything anyway, so let's find out.
X-ray locked down.
Well, we got 2. It's going to cost them a turn anyway, aside from anything else. Well, we'd have to get really lucky to get the pistol killing something, wouldn't we? God, you see 5 of them as well. Okay, duck down, you. I really don't want them shooting you. I should have actually moved him back away from all that. That was really silly, because there are some that he sees that nothing else sees. Engineer gets plus 10 aim, among other things, against a mechanical unit, so that's nice to have him along. Do you want to move? No, I think you're okay there. The bear is... these could conceivably flank her. Let's move her there. Now then, are you actually in proper sight of them? You are. So they could... I really don't want to move you because if I... Oh no, I could move you and you can still shoot next time. I don't want to move you to a place where you can't see anything next time. That's my worry. I think I'm going to have to move you out of there. No. I'm not happy with it, but I'm going to go with there. That guarantees they're not going to shoot at you unless they come flying down this way. So we did 1 damage with the suppression at least. That's nice, Doc. Not easy, the shots against drones, so that's a beauty. And you've got some shot back for your trouble. And now they're shooting on the Shiv, which is much more to my liking. Go on, Doc, do it. You're allowed to miss one. They're difficult targets. They get 30 extra defense, don't they, for being flyers, so no shame in missing that one. Right, so we have got 3 more drones. Now what can our sniper see of this? She sees 2, but she needs somebody to end a turn who can see them first. If we motor the Shiv up there, we could collect the meld, perhaps. But we've got... Then we're not seeing... Oh, go on, let's do it. We're not making ourselves a target for these 2, which is a bit annoying, but we get a chance to kill this thing. Do I want to use a battle scanner from the bear? We've got 1 left. Or do we save it for the outsiders? I think we're going to save it. So we're going to go with that. Beautiful. Oh, silly boy. I should have grabbed the meld first. It doesn't matter as it happens because we've got some more turns left. Unless somebody blows it up beforehand. But a misplay. So now... Oh no, we still don't have a shot because we still don't have somebody up there who sees them. Okay. No. I think this could be a bit of an issue. Well, your aim is terrible and you don't have a suppression this round, so if you just go up there in the full cover and spy them for our sniper here. Now let's see what we can hit. Only 43, that's not good, is it? What was I saying about this battle scanner bonus? Go on then, I don't want this to become a silly miss operation. Okay, that's assuming we can actually... Yeah, we can. So we're expecting, what, 58 now, which is by no means amazing for a sniper, but better than 43. And the bear will also get a shot herself at one of these. She should be able to kill that. No, let's just see which one, because Celia only sees 1. She sees that one, okay. Beautiful. Now, can Annie kill the other one? Yes, we're cooking on gas now, people. Those battle scanners, really good stuff. Right, so Mr. Wilson, if you could finish this by capturing an outsider for us, that would be just about perfect. I'm not going to move anybody too aggressively, we're just going to do a few reloads and stuff, so we don't want to go blundering into the outsiders who for sure are somewhere around the ship area.
Well, good.
Okay. Let's collect that meld. Yeah, we're a bit at 6s and 7s here. We've got people all over the place and some needing reloads and stuff. So let's try not to trigger the outsiders maybe until people are in proper positions and loaded.
I'm on the move. Back online.
I think you only shoot once a turn anyway. I'm more concerned with having you in a position where you can see something next time. Possibly there.
Rolling out.
Maybe you could go and try and do some kind of a flanky thing here through that door. Possibly Doc, you could go there too. That looks like a good dock position for an Overwatch. Full cover,
To withstand an
seeing the
impact
whole
like that, at
area.
such a velocity, the materials used in that vessel's hull must be at least an order of magnitude beyond any element we know of.
I think we'll send our capture assault in there too.
Affirmative, moving out.
God, he's got so little health because of that light armor. Okay, now, Rocket Mule, I really am nervous about moving you up too much further. We can move you somewhere here because the Shiv hasn't seen anything, so there would be okay. In fact, you don't even have a rocket, you just have 2 support grenades, don't you? So, and the bear, can you tell us roughly where they are? No. Can we try again? Something over there, so a bit vague from our scout. More information needed. Okay. So we're in some reasonably decent positions. Let's push the Shiv.
Our readings can't be right. If they were, that's a being of almost pure energy.
So, note to self, we're looking for at least 1, if possible 2 captures, if we can manage it. Where is he? There he is. Okay. So the first plan, so these circles around are their close combat thing, and anybody who goes in there gets shot at very painfully. So I think we need to try and soften them up first, because as we will see, our chance to capture, well, I don't think you can try and capture until they're on half health or less, can you? So let's get this door open, Doc. And let's see what sort of softening up we can do with our engineer here. We're going to aim to try and capture this one in front of us. Right, the second shot should be a lot, yeah, 91 to hit, so come on, let's do some damage here. I was hoping for a bit more than that. We need at least 1 more damage, don't we, before we can even try. Right, Acelia, I'm worried that if you hit that, you're going to kill it. Oh no, 2 to 3. Yeah, that could be perfect if you can manage to hit it. Unlucky.
Damn it, missed the target.
50-50. No blame for that. Right, Mr. Burns, 51, that's okay. You're quite far away from the action as well. Do I want to move you? No, not really. Actually, I do, because you have flashbang, don't you? So we're going to move you. I could actually use that flashbang to get some more damage on the target. Or I could use the assault himself, because with that close encounters he's going to be able to give one shot. I could put him in there.
Moving to position.
Shoot once with the pistol. That's nice. Then try the capture. 92% go for it. Oh, 92% and we've failed. As the saying goes, that's XCOM, baby. Okay. So, on the plus side, when you fail like that, the target is maimed. So that target won't be moving next turn. So it's not going to come back and slaughter him. So that's one plus. On the negative side, we only have 2 charges and we wasted 1 on that thing. So, can we possibly do anything about the other one? Because I want to go all out to capture this now. It's not going anywhere. So I tell you what, Doc. Can you... do you flank that if you're there? No, but you do if you go here.
Affirmative.
I'll be really disappointed with 2 shots, matey, if you don't kill that. So that's that taken care of. It's got the shiv there to shoot at if it wants to. Not doing anything with the shiv. I think everybody else can just move into a position where they can see the one that we want to capture. That would be handy.
Copy that.
Do you see that there?
Marchando.
Yep. So we can steady weapons. It's probably complete overkill. It's not going to move or anything.
Double time.
Okay. So Doc, the ball is in your court, mate. Get him, get him. Nice. Staggered means he can't take any further action after the one that he's on. So if he was shooting, he would have done his shot and then stopped. And as it was, he was moving, so he completed his move and stopped. You didn't quite kill him, but you got the next best thing. Right. So we had 92% before. Now, because he's got 1 more health, we're down to 80. I would really like you to knock off a bit off that, if you could. Can we improve the hit chance? God, it's fiddly, this capture business. Can you... No, because you're going to concuss your own... Oh, maybe not. If I put you there...
Roger. Tracking.
Can you concuss the target without concussing our soldier? Please, if I asked you nicely. Oh, come on, what's happening here? Come on, game. There. That'll do. Nice one. Now, because it's concussed, we should get more of a, yeah, nicer hit chance. Still the same damage, so same as before, just knock it down a little bit and then go for the capture. Now it's down to 1 now. Surely this has got to go. 100% chance.
Excellent work.
Beautiful.
We'll begin analyzing this new artifact as soon as you return.
Shame on me for thinking 92 was good enough. Now, what sort of... Oh, that's in half decent cover, isn't it? So... It's from all sides as well, isn't it? Can we do anything? Have we got... No, we've no battle scanner. Can you... Yes, you can. Nice flank there. It comes up with the... you see the little green thing, and then the green eye tells me I can see it from where my cursor is. The number is the number of tiles away, and the F tells me it's a flank from the current position. So that's always nice to know.
Mission accomplished.
Beautiful. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. So we didn't get shot up too badly or need too much healing apart from the shiv. Oh, Celia, according to the game you had bad luck on your shots this time. So you've got some excuses for missing. Shots hit. The bear hit 5 of 5. Wow. Outstanding. The doc was 2 of 3 with 2 crits, which is very nice. Okay. And where is the... Did we want to... Oh, one of 3 for the sniper. So there's a little bit of room for improvement, but I'm blaming me for that, for giving you 50-50 shots. A sniper, because it's the biggest damage on the team, you want them to be having the closer to 100% shots. It'll come. It'll come. So the bear's hogging the limelight here, leading in damage dealt and shots hit. Considering she can only fire 1 shot a turn, the rest of you need to up your game, people. Luck effect. The bears had all the luck. Tiles moved. Even on tiles moved, the bear's dominating. I suppose she should, being the scout. Okay. A successful operation then. I'll happily take that. We're bringing an outsider shard home from the first mission, which is great.
Is that all that's left of the specimen we attempted to capture?
Yes. I believe we may have found the source of the strange readings we picked up when we first encountered it.
What is it, Doctor?
We're not exactly sure. It's organic in nature, yet highly magnetized, and it appears to resonate very faintly within a specific electromagnetic spectrum. It is currently unclear how or...
Perhaps that's because this is outside your field of expertise, Doctor. If what you're saying is true, this object is an antenna. One that's receiving a signal.
That signal. Can we trace it?
No. At least not yet. We would first need to determine its encryption algorithm.
My team can handle that.
In that case, I will focus on constructing an interface between this object and our global communications array, which we'll need to trace the signal.
Then it looks like researching this crystal should be our top priority.
So yes, the one thing I have learned is that these assaults, as they are able to bypass the close combat specialist of the outsiders, they're incredibly valuable for capturing those outsider shards. Those shards, apart from the one that's going to be used here for the main plot line, are also very useful for other things on the manufacturing side. They are needed for making the skeleton keys that can get you into the alien bases to make countries rejoin the XCOM project. And you can also make 1 or 2 tasty little items with those things. So always worth trying to capture an outsider at the end of a UFO mission, if maybe you've gone after trying to capture another alien and failed for whatever reason. Always worth trying for the consolation prize of an outsider. or in this case it was the main mission target. Got some nice alien materials there, which is great. One or two little bits and pieces. And I can see, looking at the time, that I've already run over my hour, so I'm definitely going to leave it there. Leave it on a high. I think we did really nicely there. A nice successful mission just to ease us gently in before all the horrors come. Actually, that went way smoother than the one that I lost. The one I lost was an abduction mission on a fairly nasty map. I ended up on the wrong side of the map, and nobody died, but it was both comical and pretty desperate in places. So I'm still sorry you didn't get to see it, because I was able to dig it out from what was a horrible situation to, I think we had one in the infirmary at the end. But there were one or two creative little solutions I found, which I thought I did quite well with. So it's a pity you won't see that one. But this one was pretty good. So happy days. I'm hoping you'll get to see this and it's all recorded. And if so, thank you very much as always for looking. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care.